right. Just the final little click here for my YouTube channel, popping it up on my Apple TV, and I'll be with you in a second over on my TikTok community because you're currently don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Done. Okay. Welcome and good morning. My name's Travis, and it's a pleasure to be with you for a yoga class broadcast live in Australia. It is about 9:30 in the morning, and it's a pleasure to be with you today. Thanks for joining me. Let's begin by finding our way into a comfortable cross leg, and whether that's seated on a block or if an alternative posture is calling you, then take that variation. So just elevating your hips and coming into your seat. And upon arrival, take a moment just to settle down into your body and your breath. So placing your hands on your knees, just adjusting your clothing, allowing yourself to become nice and comfortable, and you begin to close down the eyes. You might just take a moment just to soften through the shoulders, through the hips, through the knees, allowing your body to feel into the field of gravity. We carry around our coat of armor, our resistance. We know that it is challenging in our everyday life. Things get thrown at us from all different angles. It's like an obstacle course some days. Yeah, so just allowing those rigid corners to smooth out into soft, rounded edges. And let's begin to focus on our breath. So as you draw the breath in through the nose, filling up the warmth of the breath as it expands the rib cage. And then exhale, side out the mouth, soften the shoulders. Inhale through the nose again, filling up, taking that whole breath in through the nose. And you think you've filled all the way to the top, but there's a little bit more room. Another sip. Well done. Pause, hold the breath in, and then the breath out. Do one more just like that. See if you can lengthen out the breath, a slightly longer inhale than the one before. With the hands up to the ceiling, reach, rise together. And then take the body to round to the left, lower your right hand, left knee, left hand behind you, rotate and twist through the body. And then as you come back through center, extend your right arm out in front of you, point it forward and exaggerate the lift of the left hand up and over, cross at the elbows, hold the shoulders as an option, or eagle wrap the arms. On an inhale, whether you're holding the shoulders or holding the hands, lift up through the chest, bend through the back, proud through the collarbones, so widening across the front of the body. And then exhale, dome through the back, belly button in, chin to chest. Just do another one like that. So nice big lift on the inhale. And then dome through the upper back. Exhale breath, elbows towards the belly button or groin. And then you release, uncross, unravel, and then sweep up together. Inhale. And let's take it around to the other side. So right hand behind you, left hand to right knee, rotating through the torso. And then as we come back to center, we extend the left arm out in front of us and exaggerate the lift of the right arm up and over, crossing at the elbows, holding the shoulders, or binding up the forearms, holding the hands. Inhale, lift up, press the forearms to the ceiling. Exhale, lower the elbows towards the groin as you draw the belly button in and up. Inhale, one more time. And then exhale, draw it all in, elbows towards the groin. Nice work. Release that, lower the hands down onto your knees and take the hands with the knee, holding the knees into an expression of prouding the chest, lengthening the spine, lifting the heart space, and then tucking the chin to chest and drawing the belly button in. So just take one more like that. And then exhale, chin to chest. Nice. Rock forward, come onto your tabletop position, all fours. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips stacked over the knees, tops of the feet pressing down behind you, spreading the toenails. Pause for a moment here as you press away from the earth. Lift your thumbs and then lift your palms and shift forward onto 4 fingers of each hand. Press away from the earth. Draw the space between the shoulder blades wider, holding here for that beautiful stretch across the forearms and across that row of knuckles, or lower the palms towards the earth and then lift them back up for 3, 2. So just little micro movements at that row of knuckles there to warm up our wrists and our forearms. Lower the hands down, lower the thumbs down, and take yourself through a few rounds of cow and cat, doming the back, chin to chest, rounding, drawing the tailbone in and under and over and around to allow that pelvic bowl to shift, to create some fluidity and warm up through the spine. Warm up our shoulders now as we come back to neutral. Right hand to the ceiling on an inhale. Reach it up, rise it up, point the fingers to the ceiling. And then with the exhale breath, sweep the left arm, the right arm under to the left, lowering your right ear and the right side of your face down on the mat. Let's do that again one more time. Inhale, lift the right arm up. And then sweep it in and under, across and through, lowering your right ear, right side of your face down. Now, as you pause here, slide the left hand forward and see if you can press into the left palm and roll a little more weight onto that right side of the shoulder and maybe towards the right ear. Holding for another breath. And then slide your left hand in front of your face, press into the left hand to lift the right arm up to the ceiling, reaching up. Good. Now lower right hand down and let's take that all through the other side. So press through right hand to peel left hand to ceiling, and then sweep the left arm in and under to the right. Lower your left ear down. And then we'll take it all back to the ceiling on an inhale, lift, reach, rise. And then sweep it in and under. And this time we'll pause here. So as the left arm goes under, the left ear lowers and the left side of your face lowers onto the earth. Then the right hand slides forward and you press into that right palm, rolling a little weight onto that left shoulder a little more, and just giving that side of your body a nice wake up call for your practice. Holding here. And then slide the right hand in front of your face. Press the right hand down to support the lift of the left arm. As it guides its way to the ceiling, you feel it peeling open, and then lower the left hand down. Walk your hands forward. Keep your knees stationary. Walk your fingertips all the way to the top of your mat or approximately there. So as you start to keep the hips elevated, the chest and the forehead lowers down between the arms into this position like a melting heart, or even like a little puppy does when it wakes up in the morning to stretch and prepare for the day. Same thing here. Guiding the chest towards the mat, feeling into the hammock across your shoulders and allowing the triceps to get a little warmed up. Feel some pressure in the palms here though. Press into them and shift a little weight back through the hips. From this position, lift your head and your chest and then bend the elbows, lower forearms down. Slide your body forward so the tummy comes on the mat. Widen the legs behind you so the tops of the feet are still pressing down. Look to find the elbows just slightly in front of your shoulders. So you should feel this beautiful sphinx-like expression now where the chest is lifted. Please provide some activity through the buttocks and through your legs to allow the pinchiness in the lower back to be softened. We don't want to feel any electricity there, but with the activity in the legs, we'll certainly warm up the spine, crowding the chest. Now, this time we'll lower the chest down towards the mat as we slide the hands back so they arrive underneath our shoulders, elevating our elbows now and hugging them in towards the center of our body, pointing them backwards. Parallel the legs, keep the tops of the feet on the mat. On an inhale breath, peel your chest up and away from the earth. Draw the belly button in, and then exhale, lower the chest down. We'll do one more like that, and then we'll add on. Inhale, lift the chest. Point the elbows back, active in your legs, lower the chest down. Now let's warm up the legs and the sides of the body. So as you rotate the head to the right, lift the chest and just lift your right leg as you peek over the right shoulder. That's an inhale. And then as you return to center, exhale, and we simply switch it. So peek over left shoulder, lift left leg, return center, exhale. Inhale, right shoulder, right leg, and then exhale, return center. Inhale, lift left leg, peek over left shoulder. One more each side. From this position, find your way through to an extended child's pose. So come back through tabletop, shift the knees wide towards the edges of your mat. Big toes come to touch. Set the hips back towards the heels and then lengthen the arms out in front of you and lower the forehead down. Just integrate all of that now. You should feel very warm, nice and engaged. You're feeling into the subtle body and how the prana now flows through the body. Let's begin to find some namaskar practice here by saluting the morning sunshine here. So come through to your tabletop position. Tuck the toes, send the hips back towards the heels, and then find your way to downward facing dog by pressing into the palms, particularly through those knuckles. Swing the head back to look at your feet. Now, the feet should be roughly parallel, hip width or a little wider. I encourage you now to pedal through the feet. Your legs strings and the backs of the knees are going to be tight, right? It's early in the morning. It's very cool where I live. So I'm not expressing the full variation of the pose here. I'm just finding the stability in my shoulders, recognizing the neutrality in my wrists, but feeling the activity in the belly button and lengthening along the side body. So nice high heels and bent knees. Let's warm up our legs through our namaskar and find the practice unfolds, and maybe the heaviness of the heels allows the length in the back of the neck and the legs, I beg your pardon. Inhale to prepare, and then exhale. Let's just tiptoe forward to the top of the mat. Take your time, but tread with purpose. So nice and gently. Upon arrival, set your feet hip width. Bring your hands onto your shins or knees, and then halfway lift, inhale breath. I like to apply a little bit of pressure on my palms to allow that length to look more like a right angle. Bend the knees generously. Take your hands behind the knees to help the tummy come on the thighs. Hang the head heavy and then reach for your elbows, ragdoll. Feel free to bounce and nod and sway and move. Be okay with the rhythm and the flow. Nod the head just to remind yourself to lengthen down the back of the neck. Dangle the arms towards the earth. Draw the belly button in, and on an inhale breath, start to roll up, tuning into the energy transferring from Mother Earth all the way through the legs, through the backs of the knees, through the thighs, up into the hips, up into the torso, up into the shoulders as you lift them to the ears, and then let the arms lengthen beside the body. And you've arrived in a standing position, Tadasana, like the mountains of the Himalayas. You're bold, you're strong, you're tall, you're stable and steady. Stay for a moment with me here as you tune into this expression and feel into it off your mat as well. Remember yourself as that beautiful big mountain. Step the feet to touch, bring the hands to heart center, namaskar mudra, chin to chest. If you're working with a mantra or something for your practice, please feel free to recite it silently in your mind now. And on your next inhale breath, take your hands up to the ceiling, reach, rise together, look up, Lift up, inhale, and then through the heart center, bending at the knees, hands in prayer as you fold towards the earth. Exhale. Hands on shins, halfway lift, inhale, plant the hands and step back to high plank, please. So same alignment as our Tadasana here. So this long mountain pose is still here. We feel from the heel to the crown is nice and long. The back body is lifting up away from the forces of gravity, and you're pressing away to engage with the shoulders through that row of knuckles on the palms. Lower your knees, lower the chest and chin, and then slither through to your cobra position. Inhale, breath, tops of feet press down. Exhale, come back through tabletop and make your way back into downward facing dog. Hips back to heels and then lift up. Good. Walk forward on your next exhale breath. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Reach to the sky with the hands on the inhale. You can fan the arms out wide. Feel the air flow through the fingertips. And then with your exhale breath, you might touch your fingers to your third eye, your thumbs to your third eye, come through the heart space as we fold to the earth. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to high plank. From our high plank, we lower through the knees first. We keep the toes tucked though. Bend the elbows, lower the chest and the chin down onto the mat, and then slither through into cobra, untucking the toes, pressing the toes down, drawing the belly button in, finding your variation of a back bend. Coming all your way through to tabletop, and then up into downward facing dog. Good work. Maybe there's a little more length now down the back of the legs. Maybe you can feel that warmth in the hamstrings and that tone allowing for you to feel more relaxed, more at ease in the posture, more easeful. Let's take a breath in together. And with the breath out, we'll walk forward, maybe a little quicker, maybe bigger steps. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sky. Exhale, back to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to high plank. You can take your way through knees, chest, chin to cobra, or if you wish, you shift the weight forward on an inhale. We lower halfway down, exhale. Shift forward onto the tops of the feet. Inhale, breath, a bigger, deeper back bend there. And then exhale, roll over the toes into downward facing dog. Good. Lift your left leg to the sky. Inhale. Drive the heel back, square your shoulders and feel stable across your palms. You should be able to see your toes behind you and roll the pinky toe down. Heel to the buttock and then step the left foot to your left thumb. If you need to use your left hand to help bring it forward, please do so. Widen the stance. Either take the back foot to the right or the front foot to the left. And then slightly bend your back knee and start to rise up into high crescent lunge, reaching through the fingertips. Plant the back foot at a 45-degree angle now. Keep the front toes pointing forward. Sweep your hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Proud the chest. Open the collarbones. Lift up through the heart space. And then lower the left shoulder down towards the left knee. And lift the knuckles to the sky behind you. A few deep breaths here. Prepare to unravel the hands and sweep the right hand down in front of you, across the mat and up and over. Bring the hands onto the hips. Parallel the back foot and use your hands on your hips to help you find that position. So the back foot's parallel, toes point to the right. Front foot is 12 o'clock. Allow the hands on the hips to help anchor through the pelvic bowl as you lunge forward into your left knee. From here, extend the arms out into your warrior two. Take a moment, soften through your shoulders. Feel the connection of the feet on the mat. Allow the air to flow through the fingertips, so nice and wide through your fingers. Flip the left hand, reverse your warrior breath, and then exhale. Windmill the hands down. Frame your foot to the ball of the back foot. Peel the left hand open, reach it to the ceiling. Lower the left hand down, step the left foot back, high plank. Now your variation of your vinyasa flow, whether that's high to low plank, exhale, inhale into upward facing dog, and then exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog, or it's knees, chest, chin for some of you. Take a moment, take a breath. Let's lift the right leg now. Slowly and with purpose, as you inhale, drive the heel back. Rotate the pinky toe down. Pause for a moment. Draw the heel towards your buttock and then step the right foot towards the right thumb. Take a moment to widen that stance. Micro bend that left knee. Firm the front heel down. And then rise up into our crescent. Planting the back foot at a 45. So it's 45 degrees behind us. Squaring your chest forward and then sweeping the hands back. Now, before you interlace the fingers, do the unusual grip, whatever felt different to the last side. Yeah. Draw belly button in, lift the chest, inhale, and see how close that right knee can come to the right shoulder. And start to lift the knuckles to the sky behind you. As you let the left hand go, sweep it down, slide it along the mat, windmill it up, and then bring it over and hold the hands on the hips. Parallel the back foot. Use the hands on the hips to help create the stability to allow you to lunge into this front knee. Warrior two will be where you open up. And as you soften the shoulders and find your drishti over the middle finger of the front hand, that is your awareness. That's where you're looking, right? So drishti is the word in Sanskrit. And here you can really focus that awareness forward. And then we flip the right hand, reversing our warrior, reaching the right hand up to the ceiling. Windmill the hands down to frame your front foot. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Peel the right hand open. Inhale. And then lower the right hand down. Exhale. Step the right foot back. High plank. Low plank. Inhale, up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist and lower the shin and the ankle down. Half pigeon. Peek over your left shoulder and run the left leg parallel with the back of your mat. Reach for a block or a prop to elevate your hip underneath the right buttock, allowing you to find this expression of a lift here. So rather than coming all the way forward, the encouragement here is to find a lift in your chest. The angle of the front knee and front shin is whatever serves you. There is nothing here that I like to provide other than don't allow it to feel electric or incapable of you to feel your breath inside of you if you're really struggling. So find less of an angle, drawing it back towards the groin rather than trying to find the shin parallel to the front edge of your mat. Good work. Take the block out from underneath you. Place the hands in front of you, press down through the hands, tuck the back toes, step the right foot back. And let's pause in our Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog here, in an opportunity just to see how half pigeon, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, unfolds. It allows for so much warmth in the hip, so much warmth in the thighs. My right leg feels completely different to the left. So let's take ourselves through the left now. So we slightly lift the leg and then we bring the left knee forward and we place the ankle, the side of the foot, the shin and the knee down in alignment with your left wrist. As we peek over our right shoulder, we let the right leg lengthen back behind us. And then once more, we reach for our block. It could be a big, thick book as well. Elevating that left hip and allowing yourself to feel more stable. And then as you take a few moments here, also feel how across the front of your tummy, you can feel really lengthened here and an opportunity to tune into the solar plexus chakra and that concept of my will and divine power. The energy here is of the fire element. We can certainly feel that in our fiery digestive system that provides warmth in our body. It's also where the gut brain resides, and that opportunity to ruminate on things is eliminated by the power of our brain to digest information and allow us to move through the world with conviction, power, empathy, and compassion. Nice work. Take a moment, though, this time just to pause because we're going to remove the prop. We're going to sit on that left hip, and then we're going to swing the right leg forward and round till we find our way into a seat before we extend the legs out. Now, there's a couple of options here. I do have a blanket. I'll show you here. I've just got it folded first. Now I'm going to roll it. And then as I roll it, I place it behind the backs of my knees. And I'm going to take my little extra block there and I'm going to sit up on my block. And then from this position of support behind my knees, I'm going to take the hands up. And then I'm going to reach forward towards the feet. If I make contact with the toes, I'm going to help them create my leverage. If I make contact with my wrists and my ankles, I'm going to let them make my leverage. Otherwise, I'm going to allow just a little bit of a tug on the feet or the calves or the ankles to help guide the chest forward. So really encouraging the heart to want to come towards the big toes. And stay for 5 breaths. Make them nice and slow and steady breaths. Nice work. Last deep breath together. And then exhale. And lift the chest. Remove anything from underneath your knees, but stay elevated on your prop if that serves you. And let's come back to where we started half an hour ago. So crossing the legs in the variation that serves you. And if it doesn't work for you, find something that does. And then place your hands on your knees. Roll the shoulders to the ears and then let them soften down behind you. Close down the eyes. Take your awareness from the fabric of your skin through the contours of your muscles and into the web of your nerves. And recognize here how the flow of energy has transformed. Recognize the quality of your thoughts now. And as you take another deep breath together, bring your hands into your heart space, draw your chin towards your chest, and thank yourself for showing up today. thank each other for sharing their wonderful energy with you. Thank you for sharing your time with me and practicing today and doing something wonderful for your body and helping cultivate compassion and kindness, which abundantly is provided by the universe, but most people tend to block it. And so when you tune into it, you can share it with them. You can help illuminate their path as well. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, your chin to chest. Thank yourself, thank each other, and greet this beautiful version of yourself and the remainder of your day with the Hindi word, Namaste. Thanks for joining me this morning, practicing and participating. I will be back on the mat soon, letting you know when I will with the scheduling. You can always just follow me and it will come up, I'm sure. I'm not really sure how that process works. But anyway, all the best. Have a lovely day. I'm about to go get changed and head off to work. So see you around. Goodbye and good morning. Thank you very much, Kur. That's very sweet of you. I do hope you join me next time. That will be wonderful. And catch you again. Good morning, everybody on YouTube. Normally I end the stream before I talk to the people on the other channels.